iFixit sent me something else. Hey guys, what is up? It is Reese's Tech Pieces, and I'm here to do another unboxing and review of an iFixit product. So this is another one of the products that iFixit was so awesome enough to send me, and so we're going to do a quick unboxing and review of the Protech Toolkit. So this is kind of their higher end little toolkit that is used for all sorts of electronic device repair. So it's going to be used for taking phones apart, tablets, replacing screens, all that good stuff. So if you are a little mobile technician and you work on mobile tech a lot and different electronics and stuff like that, this is definitely going to be a great option for any toolkit that you're going to need. This should have almost any screw you're ever going to need in it. There's a 64-piece driver set in there, and I'm going to quit talking and let's go ahead, open this bad boy up and see what's inside. Alrighty guys, so we are back with the iFixit Protech Toolkit. So I am very excited to go ahead, open this up and take a look at it, and I'm very excited to go ahead and do some repairs in the future with this kit. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide off this little cover and get right into the box. So right away we're greeted with the nice iFixit logo. We're going to go ahead and pull out the bottom tab, and there we are. So this is the kit itself. So as I mentioned before, at least I think I mentioned it, this is one of the higher end toolkits that they offer. So this is going to be for all you technicians or people who repair mobile tech or electronics pretty often. This has almost everything you're going to need for general repairs, screen replacements, battery replacements, all those things. This is going to be the kit for you. So we're going to go ahead, we can see another iFixit logo right there. We're going to go ahead, pull open the Velcro right there, and unfold this awesome case. So we're going to move left to right and take a look at what's inside the case. So down here, there are just some little green kind of spudger tools. So these are going to be perfect for getting the screen separated from the chassis of a phone or tablet, anything like that. And these are designed specially so that if you are doing a screen replacement or anything like that, that the plastic these are made out of breaks before your device does. Now that is definitely a good feature to have, especially if you're new to repairing to electronics. You don't want to be putting too much force on the screen or anything like that, so you break it. So now we're going to move up. We can see there is an awesome suction cup right up here. So again, this is going to be there for doing screen replacements, and it has this really sturdy plastic on the back side that's going to just suction cup right down and pull right off. So that's going to be nice and strong and help you if you need to pull the screen off a phone. It's going to help you get that right off. So we're going to go ahead and put that right back there, and the little elastic straps right up there. Alright, then moving up, we have up here a little ESD strap, so we'll go ahead and pull that out. So basically this just has a little alligator clip on the end, and you can pull it out, and there's the smaller end that you can hook into various other ESD protective mats and things like that. On this end we have just the wrist strap, and it just has a little button so you can hook this to an ESD mat or anything like that. So this is going to be perfect for working on desktop computers, anything like that where you really want to avoid any electrostatic discharge. That's what ESD stands for. So you really want to be careful working with electronics to wear an ESD strap, because that electrostatic discharge can ruin your electronics, and that is no fun. So we are going to move to the middle section now. So we're going to start on the left. So these are kind of inverse tweezers basically, so you squeeze them and they go out. So these are going to be helpful for holding really tiny screws in. So if you're down in a motherboard or something like that and you need to hold a screw in place while you screw it in, this is going to be perfect for just kind of holding on to that really small screw and being able to screw it in without kind of having to hold it in place with the screwdriver while you screw it in place, because that is always a mess. Now we're going to move on. These are the ESD safe kind of hooked tweezers. So these are really fine tipped. So these are going to be nice and sharp for getting in and pulling off any wires, anything like that, any small screws you dropped down into a computer case. I know that I've done that more than once. So those are going to be nice and helpful to get those out. Then as we move on, we have another set of ESD safe tweezers. So these are not going to be as fine of a point, but they do have kind of a grip at the end. You can hopefully see that. Let me see if you can get that. Alright, there you go. You can kind of see how that little texture is there on the tweezers. So those are gonna be nice for gripping wires or anything like that you need to kind of get a grip on in order to pull out. So those are gonna be really nice and handy. Then we have one of these spudgers. You can see it right there. It says spudger, and this is of course ESD safe because it is plastic. And so on this end, you can see it's just kind of a flat end for getting in and lifting maybe the screen up or anything like that. Then you can see there's a little hook that might be useful for grabbing onto some wires and stuff like that. On this end, it's just kind of a pointer end. This might be helpful getting in between the screen and the frame of the phone and helping to kind of pry that up. Then we move along, we have another spudger. So this one's a bit different. So it has a little curved hook on the end. And again, this might be useful for grabbing some wires and kind of pulling them to, so you can kind of reach them. And then on this end, this kind of looks like a bit of a shark fin a little bit. So this is going to be, again, helpful for separating a screen from a phone, and just breaking some adhesive on a device or whatever you have that you need to do. Then now we move on. So we have a metal spudger over here. So this one is nice and sturdy. You're not going to have to worry at all about it breaking or anything like you might with a plastic one. So this is gonna have on this end kind of a rounded edge, and of course this is really nice and flat, so it's gonna be able to get wherever you need. And then on this end it's a little sharper, getting into kind of smaller corners or anything like that, doing a repair. Then we have right over here, I believe this is called a jimmy. So this is going to be kind of the go-to tool for getting a screen off. I know I've said that a lot of these tools are useful for getting a screen off, but of course they do have more uses than just taking a screen off. So this is going to be nice for separating that adhesive, going around, of course, very carefully, and making sure that you don't damage the LCD or whatever screen you are repairing. Now to the last section. So this is the kind of centerpiece of the kit. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the case itself first before we go inside. So you can see behind it there is a nice magnetic mat. So this is going to be kind of a dual purpose. It's going to help to secure the screwdriver and all the bits down to the kit, but it is also going to be useful for putting screws and different things like that on there to make sure they don't roll away while you're working on them. Then we are going to go ahead and set that down and pull the cover off. So this is the 64-piece driver set. Now we're going to take notice that on this cover right here, it is separated into these little squares. This is again going to help you separate the screwdriver, the little screws and small bits and pieces of metal that you might come across when you're repairing a device. So we can see that in this kit there are just a ton of different screws. So this is the main screwdriver piece that you're going to be using to use these different bits. So it is of course magnetic, so it just pops right in there, and then when you want to switch the bits, you just put one back and then you grab another, pop it in, and it just pulls it right in with the magnet. This is completely made out of metal. One thing I will mention, this little blue piece at the top, it does rotate, so you can kind of rest it up against your hand when you're screwing something in, so you don't have to kind of adjust your grip every time. It's going to be nice to, it's really nice and fluid, and it helps to make sure that you're screwing everything in smoothly, you're not stripping any screws or anything like that. Now over on this left side, you can see this is a really nice tool to have. I do have it in one of my other kits, but it's not quite as nice. This is nice and kind of flexible. It's not super stiff, which a lot of the times can make it not really useful. But what this does is if you need to get into a drive bay for a hard drive or something like that and you can't reach the screws, you can go ahead, put the bit right in this end, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hook the screwdriver onto this end, and then you can see that if you twist it right there, the screwdriver bit on this end is twisting. So this is going to be, like I said, perfect for getting into drive bays and screwing hard drives in and all that stuff. Just getting into screws basically that you wouldn't normally be able to reach. So overall, this kit really just has almost anything you're ever going to need for your standard kind of electronic repair. As I said, a lot of these kind of tools are really going to be helpful. Replacing screens, which I know is a really common repair that people have to do on their phones. So this kit is definitely going to have you covered for any kind of issues that you come across with your device. Where it comes to fixing the phone, you're not going to have any trouble really finding the piece that you want in here, or the right part you want to use to fix the phone, tablet, anything really that you come across. So overall, I would definitely recommend this tablet to anyone starting with a beginner, kind of like me, or someone who is more advanced and they work a lot on electronics. This is definitely going to be a good kit for anyone to start out with. The retail price is, I believe, $60, so it's definitely a little more expensive than some of the other kits, but you're definitely getting your value with all the tools that come with it and everything that you're going to be getting with the kit as a whole. So that's about it. See you guys later. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for sticking with me and watching that video. I hope you guys liked it. If you didn't like it, go ahead, click the thumbs up button down there. And if you did like it, click the thumbs up button down there. And if you really liked it, click the subscribe button. That would be awesome. Leave any comments with any suggestions that you have for me, or any product reviews, unboxings that you think I should do. And yeah, I'll definitely take note of them. Yeah, so this toolkit is really awesome. I'm really excited to go ahead and do some reviews, or some repairs rather, with it in the future. I know you guys really like those videos. And again, iFixit was super awesome enough to send this out to me. And if you haven't seen my other video of the magnetic project mat, go ahead, click right on that card right up there. Go click on that, watch that video. Go ahead, give it a thumbs up maybe. I really love that project mat, but yeah, that's about it. See you guys later.